The boat you can see behind me is a Princess V62. It's a 2010 example, and there are two reasons why I want to show you this boat. The first is because, as you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous. And the second reason is because it is absolutely fantastic. I really like this boat, so I'm going to give you the full tour. We're going to every area. Let's go. Okay, so here she is. And this is, I think, when you come down to it, just such a beautiful, elegant boat. Look at the way they've done the styling of this. It's very, very elegant. Now, we've got a bit of time here today, which is great, so I can show you into every area. And one thing I don't normally get to show you is the tender garage. So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to go and look into every area of the boat. Let's go. Cool. So this is a Williams 325, and this is what gives this boat such adaptability, because you can have this tender in here for running people to shore, or indeed it's a great fun boat in its own right because they're really fast. It's got a ski tow eye on the back, and so it's a great fun toy on its own. But also this bathing platform lowers, which is how you get this out, and that means that you can have a jet ski on the back here, you can have the Williams as well, and you're really totally catered for. So as I say, to get it out, this lowers down, and then there's a winch right at the very front. You control it with this controller just here, and you can just let the winch go and it just drops the boat in, and away you go. And then when you've finished, winch it back in, close it down. It's all a bit James Bond really, isn't it? Awesome. Let's go and have a look at the rest of this boat. Okay, so up onto the main deck. And the first thing we find is this lovely big sunbathing area right at the back of the boat, with this lovely angled headrest at the head of it. And the view out across from here, you imagine being at anchor, or in fact even being here, would be absolutely lovely. That's a wonderful area. Really good. You can get 4 or 5 people across there. And ahead of that then, the cockpit. So big social area. You've got the overhang of the roof giving a little bit of shade and shelter, and also the sides that come down giving you a bit of shelter down here. So a little area like this little nook, you can tuck yourself in here. That is beautiful. I imagine, in fact, that'd be a great place to sit when the boat's underway with the wake streaming away behind. That would look lovely. Opposite this, there's the bar area, barbecue and your sink. And that is a top loading fridge. And underneath that, this is just a bit of storage and the bin. All very practical. And then this door slides, as you can see. In fact, it will slide back further. It'll go another section again, so you can have all of this completely open to really link these two areas. And this is what it looks like inside. It has the light oak woodwork with a satin finish rather than high gloss, and I think that looks really good on a V-boat because it's contemporary and it's sporty and it suits the boat well. There's a TV that rises out from behind here, and then if we look in here we'll find things like the AV system. You can see all the DVDs down underneath. This is the bar area. All soft close. And the same there, you can see the bottles down underneath. And then there's a saloon fridge in that one. And a bit more storage. And I think that, yeah, that's an ice maker. Very nice. Lovely big social area opposite, and this low level table. Put your feet up, have a drink, watch TV when it comes up from here. Fantastic. And then there's a big sliding section, so all of this opens. In fact, let's do it. We've got a bit of time. There we go. Now we've got this wonderful aperture above us, but we're still sheltered by these big screens. So which means when you're travelling fast, and you can travel fast, we'll come to performance in a bit, this is a great place to sit. You're sheltered, you've got the fresh air, there's an opening window on the side, in fact on both sides, and that works really well. Helm then is directly in front of us. You've got navigation screen, of course, your throttles and gear shift is here, and an engine instrumentation at the front. And in fact, you can also stand up and look out over the front, so when you're manoeuvring, or you just want some real wind in the hair experience, you've got that if you want it. Let's go and take a look at the lower deck. So now as we head down here, one of the things we find is all the electrical systems for the boat. So things like the circuit breakers for all the lights, that's for 24 volt ship systems, and also all the 240 volt system is over here. So air conditioning, oven, battery charger, that kind of thing, that's all controlled from there. I do like these clock and barometers that you used to put on the Princesses back in this era. And then when we get down here, look at this. This is such a lovely open area. Dinette on this side, as you can see, so great place for a nice evening meal if you want to tuck yourself away, and that is of course directly opposite the galley. Big fridge freezer, and these of course are all drawers. Look at this, this is classic Princess. Look at the way they've done this. It's just that extra mile all the time. Again, these are all the proper Princess crockery, and it's all sectioned and positioned so that when you're out at sea, it's not going anywhere. It's wonderful. And it's all the way down through here. Let's close those again. That is a bit of storage. And then you have a combination, that's a microwave and conventional oven and grill, and a ceramic hob up above. And your dishwasher is in that one. It's a very well equipped galley. I think what we'll do is we'll head forward and then we'll work our way back. So this is this wonderful dinette area, really like that. There's a TV down here as well, so again, if you want to just come down here and get away from the main party, more storage in places like this. How nice is that? And right up in the bow, that is your VIP guest cabin. Really good size. And again, that light oak, it just brightens the whole area up. Wardrobe in there. This is all storage up in behind here. You've got your stereo system and a TV in here as well. That's on the other side. This is storage up in behind here. There's a big circular hatch that opens either as a way out of the boat in emergency or just a bit of extra ventilation, and in fact there are blinds that slide across of here as well, like that. And these lovely bedside lights, so classy. There's a day heads. Now this has got ensuite access from this cabin, or it's straight from the passageway. So if we have a look in this one, you can see that's that door from the VIP forward cabin. The toilet is there, and then there's a separate shower stall and your sink. Beautifully done. Very, very nice. And as we head on back, there's a third cabin. Now this one's been set up, they normally just have twins, this one's got a third bed up here, so great for kids. And have little parties in here and spend the night. That's perfect. Very nicely done. And again, there's beautiful lights at the end. And there's good headroom in here as well, actually. As I come in, I'll turn this camera around, there we go. All the way into here, and you need to step down. That's really good. There's a wardrobe in behind here. And then again, storage in places like this. All tucked away. Decent third cabin, that. And then back out into here, and then we'll head aft and we'll find the master cabin. And in here, washing machine. Okay, let's go right on back. Full beam of the boat. Again, loads of headroom in this cabin. Really nice. You've got this big windows. Nice little area here. And then again, all storage in places like this. And this is of course all storage across here as well. And this is a little dressing area. Very nice. And look at the view out of these big windows. We're in Port Solent at the moment. And that one, I don't see the catch there. That one opens. And it's the same on both sides, so you can get a bit of air through here if you don't want to run the air conditioning and it's a hot day. What a beautiful cabin. Wardrobe and more storage in that one. Let's go and have a look around the decks. Let's have a look in here first. Just a bit of extra storage. I like the way these steps come up, so you've got 3 steps and then a flat section and then 3 more. So it just takes the edge off them a bit, stops them feeling quite so steep. And this is a big saloon area under this open roof. Okay. So to access the decks, we come right to the back and we head up this way. Now up here you can see the top of this roof section, and that sliding part of that goes right back into there. So even when that's open, it still looks sleek. And again, you can get an idea of the size of that. Superb. More sunbathing right up on the bow. Some lovely teak decks on here as well. And then we'll come right up to the front. Anchor chain lockers and your anchor on the bow. But again, you stand here and look back and you just see how beautiful this boat is. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Really taken with this boat. Let's go back down this side and we'll have a look at the engineering areas, the engine room and so forth. Stop and have a look at that again. You can see how that opens that whole area up. Almost makes it part of the outside. Up here, radar, searchlight, navigation lights, antenna, that kind of thing. All neatly kept away. It's got power winches, so if you're stern to berthed in the Med, you can winch yourself in with these. And then this one takes us back down to the bathing platform. And this, as I mentioned earlier, is where you would put a jet ski and lower that into the water when you wanted to use it. There's a passerelle in there, incidentally, so that opens and extends all the way out and up. So if you are in the Med, you can stern to board down that. And that little fella there, transom shower. So you can shower yourself off directly, you come out from swimming. Okay, underneath here, there is, we lift that one out of the way, an admittedly cosy crew cabin, because of course that's all garage underneath there. But it is somewhere where if you want a little bit of overspill, or you have a skipper just for a long trip for a night or two, that would work for that. This is really not a boat for full-time crew, so it is just a very occasional berth, or just a bit of extra storage space, which is clearly what this owner is using it for. Let's put that one back. And we'll go and look at the heart of this boat, which is the engines, and they are under the floor. Like so. Okay, here we go. Now these are a pair of MTU 8V 2000 engines. They're 1,217 horsepower each. And they are giving the boat a quite astonishing 37 knots. But what's even more astonishing, I think, is the ability it has to cruise at 30 knots. And that is a proper fast cruising speed, and that really backs up the looks of the boat. It's not just promise, it's actual performance to go with it. And at 30 knots, you're looking at about 260 miles, something like that, with a bit of reserve that is the front of the tender garage there. And if you come right back underneath, you can see there's a small watertight bulkhead, and this takes us into an engineering area. So your generator is in there, your battery banks are in there. Again, it's all lit and all pretty easy to get to. And very nicely finished again. That again is classic Princess. They really do make sure every area is spot on. Excellent. Good. Let's come back out of here. Okay, I think we will finish up on this gorgeous sun pad on the back of the boat. To say, thank you very much Princess Motor Yacht Sales, who organised this tour, and thank you of course to the owner of the boat for allowing me to have a good look around it and show you what it's all about. I have to say, I look at a lot of very nice boats and I admire them all hugely, but every now and again I fall in love, and I think this may well be one of those times. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you again. Bye bye.